Do you ever struggle to fit in? This is one of the traits of someone who is specially designed for a particular purpose. And I want you to see it as a blessing and not a curse. Sometimes you will struggle to fit in among your peers, maybe the group you belong to or the crowd you find yourself. And I don't want you to put yourself away. Don't try to hide yourself because of the streets. Sometimes you'll find out that you keep to yourself a lot because people misunderstand you a lot. You're not alone. I'm speaking from experience. Let me use myself as an example. I'm the kind of person that gets misunderstood a lot. Sometimes when I try to go out of my way to, maybe if I do this, it's going to be acceptable. Maybe if I do that, they are going to welcome me. But still, it doesn't work. So I want to tell you that you're not alone. God creates some people for a particular purpose. Because of that purpose, you may find it difficult blending into the crowd, into the group that you belong to. And it's not like you're doing anything wrong. Sometimes they may think that you being quiet, you being separated, you keeping to yourself is a way of being arrogant. People misunderstood your quietness for arrogance. When you try to go out of your way, you try to be happy and everything, they will say you're doing so much. And when you keep to yourself because you can't seem to figure them out what they want and what they don't want, they say you're being proud. I want to tell you that you've clicked on the right video. You see, there's some people that God has designed for different purposes. And because of this purpose, you're going to face a lot of tribulations, a lot of trials. People will point fingers at you. People would not understand you. And it's okay. Struggling to fit in is one of a way of showing to you or telling to you that you're yet to figure out who you are. In fact, people that you see that you're trying to please or trying to fit in to meet their expectations are also struggling in their own way. It's just that some people find it easy to blend in even when they are holding on to a lot of things. But because you are authentic to yourself, you're true to yourself, you will find it difficult to fit in. Let me shock you. Some of the reasons why you find it difficult to fit in is because you've accepted yourself for who you are. Maybe you're very authentic. You exhibit that trait that make people question who they are. So when you project that character, it makes them think about themselves and push people away from you. And you will think that you're doing something wrong. You will think that you are not living as a human. But meanwhile, you are living as a human. If you're listening to me right now, you will find out that sometimes there are some things you do, even you yourself, you question yourself, why do I do all these things? Can't I just be like every other human? You can't be like every other human. If God has set you apart, you will always struggle to fit in. God has put those traits in you to make you different from every other person. Sometimes you even tell yourself that it seems you're made for more because of the kind of things that you do. Every other person is special, don't get me wrong, but you will find out that there is something special about you, something unique about you, and that is what is setting you apart from every other person. And that is why you find it difficult to fit in. Sometimes they will say you do too much. Your own is too much. Sometimes you will do some things that would make people think that you're weird in some kind of way. It is just who you are, because who you are is what you do. I want you to understand that you are not alone in this world. There is nothing negative about you because they will want you to believe that. I'm sure sometimes you struggle to fit in a lot. You try to go out of your way to please people. Maybe if you do this, they will accept it. If you do that, they will accept it. But while you're doing other things, it still boils down to the fact that you're being weird. You are not who they want, or you are not exhibiting the traits that they want. You can't always please people. The facts still remain that if God has designed to set you apart, you're going to face a lot of challenges. People are going to misunderstand you a lot. Every character trait you try to exhibit will mean something to them. I'm sure there's some character traits that you can't understand that you exhibit. Sometimes you go out of your way to do things. Sometimes you are just a different kind of person. Sometimes you're very unique in the way you do your work, you do your things, and that pushes people away. That makes people question their own self, because when you do some things and you're always doing it to your best, trust me, you're going to attract some kind of jealousy. You're going to attract some kinds of slingers, people who would prefer them to be the one in charge and not you. Even when you're not in charge, but because of the things you do, you're going to scare people away. And the only way you can scare them away is by them coming at you. To you, it's like you're a bad person. Meanwhile, the things that you exhibit, your character traits, the way you do your things, is somehow affecting them, probably overshadowing what they do. So don't see this as a bad thing. Because sometimes you want to tone yourself down. You don't want to accept the accolade, the praise, because you don't want people to think that you're trying to take their shine. But while you're doing that, you're only dimming your light. I want you to understand that you can never ever please people in this life. And when you struggle to fit in, It just simply means that you're a different species. If God has set you apart for a particular purpose, maybe a very special purpose, God is going to set you apart from a lot of things. You will struggle to fit in because of your authenticity. You're being true to yourself. Because when you're being true to yourself and you have a very strong personality, it's going to affect a lot of people. And that is why you need to surround yourself with like-minded people. I'm coming there so that you will not feel alone in the world. Because a lot of times you will say to yourself that it seems you're made for more. Maybe you're made for another country, or that you're made for another world because of the kind of person that you are, your personality, the way you do things, the way you carry yourself, the clothes you wear, the way you eat. It affects some people. Let's be honest to ourselves. The way you carry yourself, the way you do some things definitely affects some people. It makes them checkmate themselves to see what is going on within themselves. But when they can't seem to find out the truth, they will fight you. They will say you're doing too much, like I said. They will say you are doing some things in order to get some reactions or to get some accolades or to get some, to get some things in return. Meanwhile, you're just being yourself. You're just being true to yourself. You're just being your normal self. So it is okay. It is possible for you to want to struggle to fit in, because as a human, especially when you're a woman, I know that it's not only women that are watching this video, men are also watching. Regardless of your gender, I want to understand that you will struggle to fit in, especially when God has set you apart for a particular purpose. And people will not always accept you because God has designed you to be this kind of person. When you belong to a particular group, you belong to a particular crowd, you may want to struggle in order to fit in, to let them know that you are also human. They need to accept you. That's the wrong thing to do. You don't need to blend in. You don't need to force yourself. You don't need to struggle to fit in. If you are not acceptable, there are a lot of things you need to do in order for you to come out of that mentality of trying to fit in, struggling to fit in. The world right now is full of a lot of people whom God has destined for greater things, but they are struggling to fit in. I want you to know that people will always say, no matter what you do, you can't always please people. The people that you're trying to please are also human. It's just that not everyone wants to work on themselves. Not everyone wants to be better. Some people have already accepted themselves the way they are without trying to further more in knowing who they are. Some people, God created them to just be, I don't want to use the word on the surface, but they're just human, living like normal human being. But there's some also other people whom God has set apart to fulfill some particular purpose, and God has designed them to be different. If you find yourself among those people, don't fret, don't be afraid, don't think that you're not living as human. You're just being yourself. You're just being the person that you are created to be. You didn't fall down from heaven all by yourself. God created you. You were born into a particular family. Some of them have the trait, and if they don't have the trait, it just means that God has set you apart for a different purpose, and that is why you exhibit the personality. If God wants to use a particular person, it will definitely give that person the personality traits that he or she needs to fulfill that purpose. So don't feel bad that you don't fit in. Don't feel bad that you always get yourself into trouble wherever you go to. It's the person that you are. You have a very strong personality, and when you have a very strong personality, it will take God's grace to fit in. It is not everyone that will want to accept, and it is high time you start accepting yourself the way you are. Start understanding who you are and carry yourself like it. God created you, so God should be the first person that you go to when you are facing all those things. God is a friend. If you find yourself struggling to fit in, God is your friend. You can always talk to God. He will show you what you need to do. You can't always please everybody, no matter what. If this is how God wants you to be, accept it and know that there is absolutely nothing you do that will be acceptable by humans. All you just need to do is be your good self. Always be good, be kind to people, do good. You do the things that is expected of you. You're good to go. It is up to them to understand the kind of person you are, and that should let you know that people don't think about you. They only think about themselves and how you treat them. So you don't need to always try to do the things that will be acceptable. In fact, when you keep doing this, you would lose yourself in the process. At the end of the day, it will be up for nothing. You will just find out that you've been lying to yourself all this while. It takes some people a lot of years to get it. Some people get it very fast. I want you to sit down and tell yourself the truth. Everything you do, does it add up? Do they even accept it? If they don't, it's high time for you to start being your true self. Whoever wants to accept you should. Whoever doesn't, walk away. Sometimes we dwell in a very bad environment. People talk about you, you're still there sitting down, walk away, because energy attracts energy. If you find out that this environment, this group of people, the things you hear from them are not encouraging, move away. You can come back, but move away at that particular time so they don't contaminate your energy. Many people have committed suicide. Many people have gone into depressions. Many people have done the undo because they want to fit in. Why struggling to fit in? And now that we live in the social media age, that a lot of things are being thrown at us. We watch a lot of videos, we see things on social media, and we want to fit in. Why don't you be your own self? Be your true self. Discover who you are. There is more to you than you think. Sometimes you will think that there is something wrong with you in the way you act, in the way you behave, in the way you comport yourself. But if you're telling yourself the truth, because there's one true voice down there that tells you that you are on the right path, there is more to you. You need to discover yourself. You need to discover more about that personal trait that you exhibit. There is more to that trait. There is a reason why you exhibit those characters. There's a reason why you go out of your way to do the things that you do. There's a reason why you put people first before you do things. There's a reason why you think before you act. All you just need to do is discover who you really are. Those personality, those behaviors are meant for a particular purpose. People may not get it now, but in the future they will understand. So it is okay for people to bash you now. Most of the great people went through a lot to become who they are today. So you're not left alone. You have to go through some obscurity, obstacles, people turning against you, because what you need to understand, thank you Jesus, what you need to understand is if you are always being liked, if you're always being acceptable, you will not know what you need to do. You will not know your purpose. Some people find it easy for them, but some people, you need to be set aside to find out their purpose in life. Some people get carried away when people like them, when they are being acceptable in the crowd. They feel that they're already doing something. There is nothing more to them. But God knows who you are. He knows that you need to face all these situations in order to follow your path, in order to discover who you are. A lot of us, when we are being patted at the back, when we are being praised all of the time, when we are being validated, we get lost, that we just immediately think that, okay, this is all that I am, this is all that it is to me, without finding out who you really are. A lot of people in the Bible that God has also called, if you find out about them, you will know that in their early years of being who they think that they are, they were just living life without being authentic. By the time that God put that urge in their heart to discover their purpose, the way they carry themselves begin to change. People begin to find it difficult to relate with them, accommodate them, because of the character trait that they begin to exhibit. And you need those character traits in order to be able to become who you are. So all you need to do is to discover who you are. There is more to you than you think. Those personality, those character traits, behaviors, those perfectionism, those trying to do things in accordance, those trying to obey God's wills, being diligent in what you do, trying to go out of your way to please God. It is for a reason. You're not doing it because you just want to do it. Sometimes you struggle within yourself to do it, because you know that there is a greater authority within you that is asking for more, that wants more of you. All you just need to do is create a community that understands the person that you are. There are a lot of people like you who struggle to fit in, find it difficult to blend in into the crowd, who want to belong to the group of unique people. They're all over the place trying to get friends, people who are called for a particular purpose. Look for like-minded people, people with the same purpose, and follow them. Because trust me, some of them also struggle to fit in like you. Some also exhibit the same character traits that you exhibit. So it will be very easy for you to blend in into such crowd, into such community. So all you just need to do is let God direct your purpose. Let God direct your path. Put God first in all that you do. God is the one who put those character traits in you. So talk to God. Let Him know your struggle. Let Him know what you're going through. Let Him lead you to those people, those community that you need, that will help you to discover yourself more, that will help you to accept yourself more. Surround yourself with such people. A lot of us, we are on social media. We use Instagram, we use TikTok, we use YouTube. What are you flooding your timeline with? It's very, very important. A lot of us need to know that the things that we feed our eyes matters. You need to flood your timeline with people, with videos podcast and post that encourages you to want to fulfill your purpose. That is one of the things that I've learned in a very long time. I learned it very, very early. So most of the time I refresh my timeline, especially when I'm beginning to watch some other bloggers, then the algorithm begins to suggest similar posts to me. All I just need to do is delete all the things that I've been watching, delete all the informations of the things that I've been watching. Once you start watching those videos that support the person that you are, your timeline will be flooded with like-minded people, because the algorithm will be suggesting the same similar videos, similar posts to you. So it goes a long way. Most of us, we want to be this, but what we are watching on social media is different from who we are. How do you feed your mind? How do you purify your mind? How do you grow when you're watching all those things? There is more to our lives, and it's not only limited to the spiritual realm. The physical realm also matters too. The things you feed your eyes, the things you eat, and the people that you're exposed to on a daily basis, both on social media and in the physical world. Let your purpose be your anchor. The reason why you live, the reason why you breathe, the reason why you do the things you do, let it be your purpose. Surround yourself with the things that draws you closer to your purpose. If you already discovered your purpose, let it be your anchor. The things you do, let it enhance your purpose. And when your purpose is your anchor, when God is your anchor, you will overlook a lot of negativity around you. When people say some words about you, you know who you are. You know you've already accepted yourself. You have a great community that supports who you are. So whatever every other person says would not matter to you. And that is why you need to accept yourself, discover yourself first, so that what people say will not matter. A lot of people are easily affected by what people say. Let me use myself as an example. Right? Most of the times I see people talk, even to the point that they are just around you, and then they are talking about you to your face as if you're not there. It is easy for you to want to bash back. It is easy for you to want to say things back. But when you already know who you are, you've already discovered who you are, what people say will not matter to you. Trust me, because you know that all that they're just saying is just hearsay. They want you to react, to talk back. They want you to confront them, and that is not the best way to go. You know who you are, and what every other person says doesn't matter. What you say to yourself matters a lot. What you think about yourself matters a lot. And that is why you need to surround yourself with books, surround yourself with podcasts, surround yourself with videos that highly supports, highly encourages you to be a better person on the journey that you've set yourself on. And also, above all, let God be your guide. Let Him be your confidant. I've made that one of my biggest decisions right from time. When a lot of things happen, I go to God to ask questions. Sometimes we are easily cajoled by what is going on around us in the world, that we begin to deviate a bit. But when you know the God who has created you, you know who has been on the journey with you, you quickly go back to mend your ways, to ask God questions and why things are happening the way they are. When you do that, you get answers and you're back on your feet again. You are doing the things that you're supposed to do, and you are working in alignment with God's will for you. It is very important that you put God first in all that you do. It makes your journey very easy. Mistakes that you're supposed to be making consequently, you will not make it, because now you make God your anchor. You make God the center of everything that you do. You make God the center of your peace. Above all, peace is very important, because when you're facing all these challenges, it will be very difficult for you to have peace of mind, because you are being faced and you are being bombarded with people who say things about you, who say things that you are not, just because they find it difficult to figure you out. So it is very important that you listen to the voice of God. Let God be your guide. And you know that God loves you so much that He will not allow anything to happen to you. He's the one that created you. He put that purpose in you. He put that personality trait in you. It will be easy for you to look into God's direction instead of looking at the other direction. So put God first. Let God be your first mentor, your first confidant, the person that you talk to, your first friend. And when you do that, life will be easy. You will have peace of mind. And it is very important for you to learn to speak to God, learn to communicate on a daily basis. It is not when you close your eyes to pray and you are kneeling down in a particular position that you are talking to God. When you're sitting down, your eyes are widely open, you are communicating with other people. Learn to talk to God even in that midst. We need to get to that point where we are able to communicate with God in every areas of our lives. Any minute, any hour, anywhere we find ourselves, we should be able to talk to God, and you'll find that life will be easy. Your peace of mind will not be tampered with. So let your peace of mind come from God first. You'll find that things will be easy for you. people will find it hard to get into your mind, because all those things that they do is trying to get your attention. They're trying to buy you, but they can't buy you by being nice to you. They have to buy you by saying things that will trigger your mind. You know, people are very, very funny. They say things to trigger your mind. They say things to get your attention so that they can also checkmate you. You know, some people need reaction from you so that people will know that what they're saying is right. You don't want to prove them right. You know who you are. All you just need to do is accept yourself for who you are. You will easily live in peace with those people that constantly talk about you and make you want to fit in by all means. We live in a world where everything is already saturated. People want to act in some kind of way. People want to please others. People want to do this to get validation. You know who you are. You know that you are made for more. Getting validation may not help you, and trying to please people, struggling to fit in may not help you, because you are destined for more. You are destined for a particular purpose, and that is why you are who you are. You are different. And there's this book by Tim LaHaye. I don't know if you can see it. I really recommend this book. When you read this book, you'll be able to discover yourself more and the reason why you act the way you act. It has helped me to discover who I am. So I'll urge you to also get this book. You will see that when you read it, it will help you to figure out the reason why you act the way you act. You're a human, you're meant to live. So trying to fit in might not be the way forward, the next move. All you just need to do is discover the reason why you act the way you act, and you'll find out that life will be more easy to live in. My name is Oluwatosin. If you're just stumbling on this video or on this channel for the first time, I want to say thank you so much for clicking this video. I hope this video actually resonates with you and you've learned one thing or the other from this video. But one thing you can help me do, because I know that a lot of people who watch me haven't subscribed yet. You keep watching, you don't subscribe. If you're a first timer, you're just watching me for the first time, please do not forget to click on the subscription button and also like, share before you leave this video. And if you've been watching me and you've not subscribed, I want to say thank you for always watching, but I want to urge you, should I use the word plead? Please subscribe to this channel. Thank you for those who have subscribed, who are still watching, and I really want to appreciate all of you. So if you have any comment at all, one or two suggestions that may help, please drop it in the comment section. You never can tell who that will help. So thank you so much for watching this video. I remain your girl Oluwatosin, and I'll be seeing you in the next video. Thank you so much. Have a great day and have a wonderful week. Bye for now.